Welcome to Consulting Chaik and welcome to yet another video on hospital basics. And this is the third part of hospital operations. So let's get started. So in this video today, I'll be covering about fire safety and mock drills. Then we'll go to vendor and inventory management. Then about patient flow analysis from OP, IP to discharge. Then about QI monitoring dashboards, and then we'll talk about internal audit and RCA-CAPA, then staff training and assessment, and then finally RCM, billing to collection. About fire safety and mock drills. So about the fire, we have code red. So there is a detailed video about the codes, various codes. So you can go and refer to that. But here, operationally, this is what you need to do. First, you have to keep on identifying fire hazards. Where there are fire hazards, there can be cases of fire hazards. So there has to be a fire safety inspection checklist. Okay, so you have to go to different departments and assess the risk of fire. Then you have to check the fire equipments, whether those equipments are working fine or not, whether the fire extinguisher, they're checking whether the due date has passed or not. You need to see that. You also need to see the fire detector system, whether it is working or not. You need to check if the water flow it's there or not. So every month you should at least for once you should open the fire water line and then check whether it is working or not. It is also helpful for the staff to do something like a mock drill. Okay, so if you don't do it for years and years, what happens is there might be some kind of jam. So when you actually require it, then it won't work. Then keep exits clear. So all the fire exits, it needs to be clear all the time. So the fire staircase that you have, it should never be blocked by any item. There may be certain cases where you might think that this place is not usable, so we'll just use it for keeping some unused items or discarded non-functional equipment. So that should never be the case. Fire exit areas should always be clear. Then you should conduct mock drills. So mock drills, preferably when you are starting out with that, you should do it every month. Then once you get a hang of it, then you can reduce the time. So then after 6-7 months, what you can do is you can do the mock drill, one mock drill every month. Okay, and for mock drill you need to understand race and pass. Races, I'll not go deep into that. Race is rescue, alert, contain, extinguish. Pass is how do you extinguish the fire, how do you use the fire extinguisher, that is pass. So pass is pull the pin, aim at base of the fire, this is very important. Then squeeze the lever and sweep side to side. Okay. Then during the mock drill you also need to review at what time what activities were done, how many people were there. So for mock drill assessment there has to be a separate checklist. Okay. Then review and close gaps. So after the mock drills, you need to review it and you need to see where did you go wrong. Okay, and then you need to work on that to make your process better. Vendor and inventory management. Now here everything starts with selecting the right vendor. So to make things little easy, what you can do is you can categorize your items, and accordingly you can do the vendor analysis. Okay, so there can be various parameters for analysis, like how soon the vendor can give the item. So basically the lead time that they are guaranteeing, the line of credit, how much amount of credit they are able to give, and the time for credit. So there can be various ways to select a vendor. Distance from your hospital, and number of supplies that they have. Okay, so there can be various factors, and accordingly you can select the right vendors. Okay, so to do a quantifiable calculation, what you should do is you should make the parameters that you are looking for, and to give certain weightage to each parameter. Okay, so more weightage, more marks, and accordingly you select the vendor. Okay, so there is a vendor selection form, so you can use that. Okay, so once you select the vendors, so one more thing, so for certain very important kind of supplies which needs to maintain the right cool chain, so it is preferred that you at least go to that place and verify whether they are able to meet the right standards or not. Then you select the vendor. Then comes the purchase order. Purchase order, you should have a proper system for purchase order, and if you have a HMIS, you should use your software, and only there you should make all your POs, so that in one place you can see all your POs all together. Okay, then receive and inspect good. It is very important whenever you are receiving the items from the store, from the supplier, you check the items for acceptability. So there in all your so basically they give you invoice, or you can have a system in your HMIS where you note down how much item was ordered, how much had come, how much you had to reject, and how many items had come on time, those things. So these can be used later on for reevaluating the vendors. Okay, and you also need, for cold chain items, you have to have a laser thermometer and check the acceptability. Then proper inventory management. So inventory management, one simple inventory management system is ABC analysis. So you categorize your items as per A, B and C. So I have covered that. You can see that in another video. So ABC analysis, you are basically categorizing all items in two dimensions. One is the price per unit, second is the issue quantity in stores and selling quantity in pharmacy. Okay, so accordingly, if you and then you multiply it and you get an inventory value, and as per the inventory value you sort it from highest to lowest. So 20%, not 20%, practically I have seen 5 to 6% will have 80-85% of your inventory value. 5 to 8% of your items will have 80 to 85% of your inventory value. So here you are using Pareto's law. Okay, and another simple thing is first expiry, first out. There can be FIFO for items which are which does not have expiry papers and all, but for items which has expiry, especially in pharmacy, you need to follow the first expiry, first out criteria. Okay, so how you arrange your medicines and all those things needs to be done properly. Then track stock levels. You have to define all your stock levels, your reorder level, your buffer stock, okay, and your full stock level. All that you have to define it, so that you're not short of supplies, especially the medicines, emergency medicines especially. And then you need to monitor expiry dates. So basically these systems, HMIS, they have this feature already, where they highlight and they notify you that these medicines are about to expire. Okay, and in general I have seen that 3 months before they highlight it, and you need to clear the stocks and you need to return it to the supplier. Okay, so it is very important. Then when you receive medicines, especially medicines, you have to put all the data in your system right then and there. Okay, so the actual stock and the stock shown in the system should match. Okay, so if it does not match, that means they are not entering the data on time. Okay, they might be delaying something, and if such practices are there, then there is a high chance of pilferages. Okay, so from the management side, you need to have a system, especially if there are A category items. You need to go from someone from the management and do a stock check every month, random days. Okay, random surprise inspection. Then review vendor performance. You need to, as per the data that you have, the reorder, or whenever you're receiving the items, so you need to use that data to review the vendor performance. And then if the vendor performance is not going good, then you have to look for another vendor. Okay, then comes your patient flow analysis. So on this side, on the left side of the screen, you can see first is you register the patient. So you register patient. Here you check the spelling, address, everything, all the details. You need to verify it, male, female. So the right information needs to be entered, and this is where everything starts. Okay, so this patient flow analysis, it's how patient move from registration to consultation to admission, treatment, and then discharge. So it helps identify bottlenecks that delay care and reduce satisfaction. Okay, so smooth patient flow reduces waiting time and improve service efficiency, and it also helps department work in more coordinated way. Okay, so first registering the patient, and then they complete the OPD consultation if they are coming through emergency. then the required interventions are done. The patient is stabilized in emergency, and then we basically order investigation in general, and then as per the condition of the patient, the doctor, they make a call and tell the patients about this is the scenario, and accordingly the patient is counseled for admission, or they are good to go for discharge. And if the doctor recommends admission and the patient is not ready to get admitted, then there is a LAMA. It's a LAMA case, and LAMA consent needs to be taken. So the deciding admission need is done, and then if the patient is all okay, then we allocate bed. In the HMIS, you see which beds are available, and accordingly you tell the patient that these beds are available. These are your as per this will be your approximate cost of treatment, and this is the price of bed per day. So all these things needs to be counseled. Then you provide the treatment. So during the treatment, several processes goes on. They monitor your progress, how well you are improving, and once you are treated completely, then once you are good to go, then the doctor, they call for discharge, and the discharge process takes place. Okay, so again, this whole discharge thing I've covered in another video. You can look for that and see. Okay, and then complete the billing and then exit. So for this thing, insurance, I'll cover that in the last slide. So this is it from patient flow analysis. Now comes the quality indicator monitoring. So one thing is very important, that the quality indicators given by NABH is not the only quality indicator that you should be using. You should make your own quality indicator, especially the management ones, and implement it and see how you're performing. This is to understand how well the health of the hospital is. So QI monitoring is very important. So for this, you're using this PDCA cycle: plan, do, check, act. So in plan, you're doing QI tracking, you're making QI data sheets. Doing, you are using the forms, registers, the HMIS, and you collect the data. Okay, and then check. The quality team, they need to go and verify the data, whether the data is okay or not. And there will be some misunderstanding, some mistakes that needs to be corrected. Okay, and then the data is there, you analyze it, and then you put the data, you analyze it, and then you see the trend, and accordingly you put benchmarks, and then you try to improve your process. Okay, so again, so first prepare how you go about it is, you first prepare a QI data dashboard. Okay, and identify that as per this QI dashboard, you need to have many implement forms, registers. Okay, or you need to have a system in the HMIS from where you can get all the data. Then you distribute the QI data sheet. So department wise for nursing, pharmacy, lab, radiology, emergency, OT, ICU may have different data that you would require. So exactly what they are supposed to give, you have to train them and give a proper data sheet which can be used. Okay, and which makes it very simple for them, that they just need to use the register, and from that register they are putting the data in the QI data sheet. Then collect performance data. So they are supposed to give the data, you need to collect it, and then in the QI data sheet I generally put another row where the quality team goes and they check that these data are okay or not. They can sign with the date. Okay, this is another requirement of NABs, that the QI data that needs to be verified. Okay. Then you need to review trends regularly. So once you know that these things are going on, you have to review the trends, whether the trend is going to the positive side or the trend is going on the negative side, or if it is going on the positive side, how fast it is going. Okay, if it is going slow, then you have to put more effort. So quality indicator analysis, it gives you a roadmap. It gives you an idea how well you are able to make the change. Okay. And then you need to identify red flags. You have to have those benchmarks, and then once your benchmark is going good, then you have to put more improved benchmark. Okay, so say for example your OPD waiting time was 1 hour and you are able to your benchmark was 45 minutes, then you are able to put it make it below 45 minutes, 40 minutes, half an hour. Then you will have to reduce the benchmark to half an hour. It's just an example as I'm saying. So that way will be improving. Okay, then after doing the this thing, once you understand that these needs to be done, then you do corrective action, assign corrective action, do it, you track improvements, and in the dashboard of QI you'll be able to see the kind of improvements you are able to make. And in the QI dashboard you should also have RCA-CAPA table. Okay, so for every month, if something is going wrong, why it is going wrong, what corrective action you have done, what preventive action you have done, everything needs to be explained there. Okay, and then you track improvement, and then whatever you are getting, you should be selecting certain problematic areas where you need help of the management, and escalate it to the management in the management review meeting, committee meeting. Okay. Now the internal audit. So it is basically recommended that you do internal audit every 6 months. Okay, and once you have a good system on a roll, then you can increase the frequency to 3 times in a year, or even 4. 4 is okay, not more than 4. Okay, 4 is okay. So you have to plan your audit schedule according to your requirement, and then you have to conduct the process of audit. Okay, so audit will always give you the points where you need to work. So when you are implementing this quality processes for the first time, the frequency of audit should be more. So even for entry level, we generally do 4 or 5 times audit, okay, before the audit actually happens. So gap assessment, and then after 3-4 months, every month before the audit, there is audit, okay. Then you need to, after the audit, you need to sort the non-conformities. So I generally use a checklist that I've made as per the standard. So each standard is seen in 2 dimensions. One, where it is applicable. Second, how it has to be implemented. Where applicable, as in emergency, IP, ICU, lab, radiology, security, okay. And how it is supposed to be done. So through forms and format, through document, through training, through infrastructure, through process, through equipments, like that. It's a statutory requirement. So that ways each objective element is seen. And then in the third column, I basically write how you are supposed to do it. Okay, so I use that checklist that I've made for audit. Okay, so this way it helps me categorize the department, filter the department, and department wise give the non-conformities to all departments. Okay, then the root cause is identified for each objective element, and the required corrective action and the preventive action is given. What needs to be done to close the gaps. Okay, so defining corrective action, then defining the preventive action, and then implementation, closing the gaps, verify closure again after doing your audit. By the time you are done implementing most of the thing, you again do re-audit and verify closure. Okay, even before this another round of audit, all the points before closing it, you verify that this is closed, this is closed, this is closed, this is closed. There's another system that I follow. I call it recurring activity checklist. So in my experience, what had happened was, I would tell a department to do something, and they would do it. They will show that they have done it, and I would ask them to continue doing it. But sadly, after 2-3 months, when I go back and see that they have done it just once 2-3 months before, and they never followed it. So this recurring activity checklist is like those particulars which needs to be monitored monthly basis. You can have a different separate recurring activity checklist for your committees. So various committees are there. These committee needs to meet every month, quarterly, 6 months, as and when required. So that ways they can have a whole dashboard. Okay. Staff training and assessment. So staff training assessment starts with assessing the training needs. So you can have as per the requirement, of your hospital and also as per the requirement of NABH, you first need to make a training calendar. So to make the calendar, it's okay, but you need to have a clarity of where you need to train your staff. This is going beyond the NABH requirement. Okay, then plan a training calendar. And it is very important that these training calendar, it is monitored. Once the training calendar is done, your training session starts, and you need to every month see that your training is being done as per planned or not. How many trainings were planned and how many trainings were actually done. This is one HR quality indicator that you can have, which we do have in our hospital. Then document reassessment results. So you need to document. During the training session, doing training means you need to have a report of what was taught, and you need to have attendance of all the staff. You need to have pictures of the training. You need to have pre and post evaluation of the training. Okay, and then later on you can have I'm coming to that point. Then document assessment result, that is part of the pre-post evaluation. Training effectiveness evaluation. Training effectiveness evaluation is where you after 1 month, 1.5 months, you reevaluate the people who had undergone training, how much do they retain it. Okay, depending upon the geography, depending upon hospital, depending upon the staff, it varies, like how effectively they are able to retain. There are many places where staff, they know things but they are afraid to talk and they keep mum. Okay, so you have to instill confidence to your staff so that they are able to answer and effectively do what is trained on ground. About revenue cycle management. This is for the insurance part, insurance TPA. So here, first thing, also for the marketing purposes, you should empanel with all insurance companies. So with all these insurance companies, you have to discuss, the management needs to discuss with the doctors, and you have to agree to rates, and you sign an MOU with those insurance companies. It takes time. They come, they inspect the hospital, and then they agree to certain price and they empanel. Okay, and due to insurance, due to NABH, you get advantage on getting empanelment and all. And so, in the first thing, when a patient comes, insurance inquiry and counseling is done. So you have to explain the scheme eligibility, coverage, exclusions, expected approvals. Okay, so as a patient party, you have to be aware, they have to be aware that this insurance is good, this insurance is not good, or even if they have the best insurance, I won't say any name. So even if they have the best insurance, whether that hospital, they are able to give you the best this thing or not. So even in my case, when I was about to get admitted for a gallbladder surgery, I inquired with multiple hospitals which I wanted to get admitted. I had faith on those hospitals, and so I inquired with the billing department. And when I understood that, okay, from this hospital it's all okay, I I won't have any problem, then I went for that. Okay, so one should not get offended when you're asked whether you have insurance or not. Okay, because if you have insurance, it makes it easy for the hospital to tell you the expected cost and the benefits. Okay, then front desk financial clearance. So from the front desk, they verify the patient details, insurer details, case type before treatment. Everything needs to be done. So the documents and all the reports, the doctor's recommendation for inpatient or surgery admission, that is sent to the insurance company for pre-authorization, approval, handling. So these approval, as per your condition, they give you a lump sum amount that this much of coverage we can give to the patient as per this. Okay, which is always less than your insured amount. Okay, so these hospitals, what they do is they can tell you the package rate of those procedures that you are supposed to undergo, and before admission only you can clarify all that, which makes it very easy for the patient party, in terms of managing the bill. Okay, and that's why I had spoken to different hospitals. Then after pre-authorization, the live claim management during admission. So once you are admitted, once the patient is admitted, you have to every day see how the progress. So these things are done, and this is the expected right now. This is the ongoing. This much money, this much things are done, and accordingly this is the current bill. Okay, so when you keep track of these, it is easier for you to get approval. So then when you are all treated, everything done, doctor says okay for discharge. So discharge, claim settlement and follow up. So here once the doctor calls for discharge, the patient's last documents, the discharge summary, everything goes to the insurance company, and then they again see everything, and then the insured amount, the approved amount that they had said, they reduce that further because of lot of things. Okay, and then the approved amount as per and the actual bill, if there is any difference, there will be difference in most of the cases. So the patient has to pay that off. Okay, and then they are good to go. And because of the authorization, because of the whole this final approval from the insurance company, it takes little more time than a cash case. Okay, and they need to the billing department, they constantly follow up with the insurance company for clearance. Okay, and once the clearance is done, then the patient is discharged. Okay, and one last thing I would like to say, that there are certain companies who takes care of this whole process. You can outsource the whole revenue cycle management to those companies, and they even have very promising claims that how they are able to close. Their rejection level is so less, and the time of getting the money from the insurance companies, they are quite less, and they guarantee those things. So you can also get services from those kind of companies. Okay, so thanks. So this is the end of third part of hospital management's hospital operations. I hope you liked it. So please share this with all your colleagues, all your friends, and comment your thoughts, and like this video, and hit the bell icon for notification. Thank you, and see you again.